All right, this is a bit of a different story. This is it's a top 15 list. It's the 15 fastest growing video game companies. Let's just go through. I'm just gonna skip this part. I'm gonna go to the list itself. So number 15, Sega, which is rising. One of the pioneers of the gaming industry and is a household name. The company was established almost 60 years ago. Their headquarters in Tokyo, Japan, and international branches for Europe and America. Uh, okay, it doesn't really tell you why they're getting big. Maybe I'm not too sure about that. Konami Holdings Corporation. Konami. That's very surprising. They have the problem with Konami is they have a lot of series, a lot of like IPs, like intellectual properties, but they're not like using them that often. Like Castlevania, they should be coming out with a Castlevania game every 2 to 3 years, or they should be coming out with a Metal Gear Solid game every 2 to 3 years. They're just sitting on all these great IPs. Silent Hill, Pro Evolution Soccer is the only series that there's a yearly installment coming out, and the only one that's actually being used. Ubisoft Entertainment, top 13. Ubisoft SA was established in 86. Changed its name to Ubisoft in 2003. The French video game company is headquartered in Paris, France. So this is one of the biggest publishers out there. Obviously, I think Far Cry 6 is coming out this year. Obviously, there's probably gonna be a new Assassin's Creed that hasn't been announced yet. I'm surprised there hasn't been a new Assassin's Creed announced yet. Usually, there's one announced around this time. Maybe they're skipping this year. I have to look into it because I haven't heard any news about a new Assassin's Creed. That's very surprising to me. So Far Cry's coming this year. They have Rainbow Six Quarantine. I don't know if they've announced that for this year. We haven't even seen any gameplay for that game. So, and then Splinter Cell, which is like a pipe dream of mine. I hope one day we get a Splinter Cell, but I hope every year I watch the Ubisoft conference. Come on, Splinter Cell, please, Splinter Cell. I need a Splinter Cell game. Come on, man. But I don't know. We'll have to see. Okay, so next one, Netmarble. I've never heard of this one. Oh, it's a South Korean company. They specialize in mobile game. I don't give a shit. Nexon. Never heard of you before. Another South Korean company that specializes in online games. Okay, cool. Good for you. All right. So Square Enix was started in 1975 as a game publishing company, working with different studios, and Square was founded in 1983 as a computer game software division of the construction company. That's fucking weird. There's a construction company that started a video game software division. That seems such a weird connection. Like, what the hell? Here, wait, let me see if I read this right. Square was founded in 1983 as a computer game software division of a construction company. Okay, the merger in 2003 led to the formation of Square Enix, which is primarily known for its role-playing games called RPGs in short. Yeah, I know that, obviously, such as Final Fantasy, Dragon Quest, and Kingdom Hearts. There is a rumor that the next Final Fantasy will be exclusive to the PlayStation platforms. So right now, 7 is not even. I think 7 was supposed to be a time exclusive for the PlayStation platforms, but it's still not out for the Xbox platforms or PC. I'm not too sure if it's on PC yet, but it might be. Namco. Okay, so Bandai Namco. Okay, Bandai Namco Entertainment is another Japanese multinational video game developer and publisher, and its headquarters is Tokyo. Its American, European, international offices are situated in Santa Clara. Yeah, they usually have like anime properties and stuff like that they use, like Gundam. They have a few properties that are pretty good that help them out. All right, Take-Two. Take-Two's interactive software, obviously, NASDAQ, was founded in 1993 by Ryan Brandt. It is the holding company and owns the publishing studios for Rockstar Games at 2K. Take-Two Interactive will release some of the most successful and critically acclaimed games of all time. So obviously they own GTA. GTA, like, I wonder how much money they make off GTA every year. Like, just to think about it, like the guys who are buying the shark cards, the guys who are rebuying the game for PS5, we're going to buy it for PS5 and Series X and all that. So I think this company could just run on GTA itself. And then you got NBA 2K, which every year they make a killing because they're the only NBA branded game on there, because NBA Live unfortunately had some issues in the 2010s that kind of they fucked up many times, and now they went back to the drawing board and trying to compete But the unfortunate thing is that NBA 2K is taking advantage of people's, having the monopoly on basketball games, and obviously with the microtransactions, there's a lot of issues with that. So, but they're making a lot of money. Take-Two has a lot of other properties as well. BioShock is under Take-Two. I would love for another BioShock. The guy, what was his name? I forget his name. The guy, Irrational Games, the company that was behind BioShock, isn't really around anymore. And the guy, what was his name? Ken Levine, yeah, that's his name. The guy who was like the head of BioShock probably will not be on. Probably will not be helping with the next BioShock. But I think BioShock has such a cool universe that any like talented video game developing company could probably make a good sequel or maybe a reboot to the franchise. I have a video planned in the next couple of weeks about specific franchises that should come back, and BioShock will definitely be one of them. Electronic Arts, obviously one of the biggest publishers of all time, still growing. Electronic Arts, the ranked 7th in the list of the fastest growing video game companies. The stock recently fell even after the companies posted strong Q1 numbers, in which bookings jumped 18% to 1.4 billion. The company said its FIFA 21 has more than 25 million players. That's fucking ridiculous, man. Actually, honestly, I love FIFA. Oh man, they don't really change much that every year, man. It's just the one annoying thing. While The Sims 4 has about 36 million players, Apex Legends has about 100 million, which is a pretty decent amount. So obviously Battlefield 6 is coming out this year, so there'll be a big jump for them this year. Obviously FIFA 22 is probably coming out. And then, yeah, I'm not too sure what other games are coming out. Mass Effect Legendary Edition just came out recently, so they probably made a bit of money off that as well. But they're still growing, even though they're already at this big-ass behemoth with Madden and... sorry, one second. This big-ass behemoth with Madden and... FIFA. So like, and I just hope they just expand more into bigger games, because they're trying to do smaller games. They have that game No Way Out, which is the guys who made Brothers, specifically for EA. So they're making smaller games, but I want them to make big games like Jedi Fallen Order, stuff like that, a little bit more. Okay, so Activision's is number 6. Activision Blizzard ranks 6th in the list of fastest growing video game companies. The stock recently received an outperform rating of the BNP capital markets, just like Electronic Arts, Take-Two Software, and Sony Group Corporation, Microsoft Corporation, and Apple. So obviously, they made, I think Call of Duty made the most money it's ever made in a quarter. Well, it was like 2 quarters ago. It's because of all the microtransactions for Warzone. Warzone is making them a lot of money. And it's going to continue until there's another Battle Royale that can compete with it. And obviously, I think Crash Bandicoot came out in the same quarter too, so they probably made some money off that as well. So they're going pretty fast. So now we're at the... So we're at number 5. We're at NetEasy. List of fast growing core. I've never heard of this. Duelist Hong Kong Exchange. I've never heard of this company. Xbox Game Studios. Okay. Owned by Microsoft, Xbox Game Studios makes games for Xbox platform, Windows Mobile, and other mobile platforms. So obviously they're making a lot of money off Game Pass. And they've also been buying up a lot of studios, so I think they're gonna go further and further up. Number 3, Nintendo. Obviously, Nintendo makes a crap ton of money as well. Japan, Nintendo was founded in 1989. 8. I read that wrong. I said 1989, and I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. The NES came out in 1985. That doesn't make sense. Okay, so it says 1889. It's got to be one of the oldest companies in the world. They used to make cards, card games. That's why they're really old. Ranks amongst the top game companies in the world. Some of the famous companies include Mario, Legends, Zelda, Pokemon Go, and Minecraft. So obviously the Switch is very, very popular and is still selling crazy to this day. And rumor has it that the Switch 4K is in development and should be coming out in the next year or two. So there'll be a new console. Tencent, obviously Tencent is massive. They own, I think, like 10% of Epic, and they own a lot of free-to-play games. And Tencent has money in everything. Tencent has money in different like companies, like different entertainment companies. Like, actually, let me just, I don't know exactly. Let me just Google. What does Tencent own? There you go. Tencent, I think, even owns a bit of Sony. Yeah, okay, let's look at this. Every game company that Tencent has invested in. So they invested in Riot Games, so the League of Legends people. They own, I said 30% of Epic Games. They actually own 40% of Epic Games. Tencent's $330 million investment in Epic Games back in June 2012 triggered one of the most dramatic shifts in PC gaming. Last second. Jesus Christ. Bluehole. They own 11% of the PUBG dudes. 5% of Ubisoft. Activision 5%. So they own like little, like just pies of a bunch of companies. So Path of Exile 80%. Other investments: Supercell, Platinum Games. They own Jaeger. Paradox Interactive is the guys who make the Cities Skyline games. Discord, they own. They own a bit of Discord too. And yeah, they own a lot of stuff, man. They're just trying to. I thought they also owned some movie studios as well, or like they put some money into movie studios. But man, they own quite a bit of money, bro. That's all I know. Okay, number one's got to be Sony. Yeah, Sony Corp. Sony tops the list faster growing companies in the world. The company recently said it sold 7.8 million units of the PS5, while the PS5 Plus subscriber stands at 46. Oh, that's a lot of people. 47.6 million people. 14.7% increase on the year. So obviously Sony PS5 has been very profitable for them, and they've been making a lot of money through there. And the PS4 itself is at, I think, 116 million units sold. So there are now, it is the second highest selling console, second highest selling PlayStation console of all time. The PS2 is obviously number one. So, but yeah, they're killing it. I don't think Xbox has actually released their Series X and Series S numbers yet. I know they're doing really well too, but I don't know if they're at 7.8 million just yet. But this year, this generation is definitely going to be a lot more competitive for sure. This was just a small clip from my weekly RNDUP podcast that I do every Thursday live at 5 p.m. Check out the full podcast in the description, and I stream every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 5 p.m. My Twitter, Instagram, Twitch are all the same name at Cole_Jake41, and you guys have an amazing day.